Alright, happy Sabbath everyone. Today is the 7th of June and something very interesting happened this morning. On our way to church, we passed someone coming up to on the same side that we were heading. And we actually passed that person. And who advised to go and pick him back up? And Hadassah suggested that we go back and pick up that person. Now when my husband went back to pick him up, we thought he was actually coming to church where we are going, or maybe the church further down. So we pick him up and we asked him where he was going, and he said okay, he's going Speyside. And after he come in, he said good morning and everything, and we wasn't really saying anything. And then he introduced himself, and after introducing himself, we found out that he said he is a Jehovah's Witness. And then, okay, after being a Jehovah's Witness, he decided to give us a tract to invite us to a convention that they are having here in Tobago. And then, based on the topic, I asked him what he thinks. The topic was true worship. Is it true worship? Actually, it was pure worship. And then, while he was explaining pure worship, he started to we started to discuss based on what is really pure worship, what actually is pure worship. And then the word perfection came up, and then he would have shared that, you know, God don't expect us to live that pure or that perfect life that Jesus lived. And based on that, I was given an illustration based on, okay, so that means if someone is doing something that is a sin, would God save them if that's their perfection? And then he started to talk about how he was an alcoholic and used to use marijuana. And then he started to cry. And what really stood out to me is the point that just speaking concerning what he used to do, he started to cry. But it was a perfect avenue where my husband now could have shared with him the type of life God really wants us to live. And if Jesus, because he agreed that Jesus is our greatest example and that we need to live the life that he lived, and my husband would have shared the scripture with him that Jesus lived a life that was in total obedience to his Father's commandments. Alright, so I really want to encourage people, you know, even though if we are going to church or even going wherever we are going and we see someone and they want a drop, pick them up, because it could be a very good opportunity where we can share Jesus with them.